going to learn how to play Salute. So to play this game, you will need 3 people, 1 deck of cards with all of the face cards removed, some paper, and something to write with. In this game, 2 people are going to be soldiers and 1 person will be the general. While we play for you today, Luke and I will be the soldiers and Radhika is going to be the general.
So to start, you need to shuffle your deck of cards. Split them into 2 stacks facing down. The soldier will take a stack of cards. So you can see that Alex and I both have our own stacks of cards facing down.
So this is how it works. For each round, when the general, and remember Radhika is the general, when she says salute, each soldier is going to draw a card and hold it to their forehead. If you're a soldier, you should not be able to see the card that you're holding on your forehead. You should only be able to see the card that your partner is holding on their forehead. So first, we're going to do an example for you. General, take it away.
Salute.
Okay. So next, the general is going to say the sum of our 2 cards. Now remember, sum means adding. So she's going to add the 2 cards and say the total. If the general needs to write out her work, that's also totally fine. So general, go for it.
So the sum of your cards is 15.
Okay.
So now that we have this information, Alex and I must both use it to figure out what number we are holding on our foreheads. I'm going to use my scrap paper. So I know that Alex has a 10. So 10 plus something equals, that's what I wrote down on this paper. 10 plus something. I know my card must be a 5 because 10 plus 5 equals 15.
So I also solved it on some scrap paper, but I solved it a little differently. So I also wrote out what I know. In my case, I know that Luke has a 5 on his head. So 5 plus my card, X, must equal 15. I wrote that out. And I knew that I can subtract 5 from each side of my equation to solve it. So my card must be a 10.
Whoever identifies the card on their own head first wins the round. So let's do another example. General?
Salute. So the sum of your cards is 17.
I'm going to see if I can solve this without writing, got an 8.
That's correct. So how do you know that?
Okay, so I know that 9 plus something equals 17. I know the only number plus 9 equals 17 and 8.
Great.
Good job. Luke would win that round because he got the answer first. And we would keep playing like this. So you might also be able to solve the equations in your head, and that's totally fine, but keep some scrap paper and a pencil around just in case it would be helpful. There are a few ways you can switch up this game, and we want to tell you about those too.
So one way to change this game is to change it to subtraction. So the general would subtract the cards instead of add them and tell the soldiers the difference. So for example, if I pulled this 8 and Alex had pulled a 9, the general would say
1. Since 9
minus 8 is 1.
Mm-hmm. And another way is to change it to multiplication. So if we did multiplication, Radhika, what would the general have said?
72.
72, because 8 times 9 is 72.
So you can keep playing as long as you want and keep score of who wins each time. Make sure you switch it up so all the players get to be saluted by the general.
Cool. Have fun, everybody.